Good afternoon, everybody. How is all my wonderful subscribers and viewers out there doing today? I hope everybody is having a wonderful day. It's Nicky D, and welcome back to the Nicky D channel. Today, we're going to be doing the 2020 Orr College Football Recap Week 13 show, where I, Nicky D, will break down the 16 of the top 25 games that we had on the prediction show. I tell you who won, I'll tell you who lost. What was your favorite game of the week? Let me know down in the comment section below. And don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. I hope everybody continues to have a wonderful day, and without further ado, let's get to in our first game on the 2024 College Football Recap Week 13 show. We had the Wofford Terriers going on the road to Williams-Brice Stadium to take on number 18 ranked South Carolina Gamecock, and this game was never really close. South Carolina dominated from start to finish. As expected, South Carolina has been really rolling of late, and they have to play Clemson next week, but South Carolina getting a big time win this week. They beat Wofford 56-12. And in our next game, speaking of Clemson, we have the Citadel going on the road to South Carolina to take on number 17 Clemson Tigers, and another game where this wasn't even close, and it really wasn't expected to be close. This was a walkover game for Clemson to get their team back on track, and boy did they. Clemson dominated this game from start to finish, and they ended up dropping 50 points on their opponent this week as well, as the Clemson Tigers beat the Citadel 51-14. And in our next matchup, upset alert. I repeat, we have upset alert. We had number 16 Colorado going on the road to Lawrence to take on the Kansas Jayhawks. And surprise, surprise, Kansas was in control for majority of this game. Colorado fell behind in the first half and then really tried to play comeback, but to no avail. Kansas, a game-sealing touchdown in this game. Another big win for the Kansas Jayhawks against a ranked opponent. They beat number 16 Colorado 37-21. And in our next matchup, upset alert. I repeat, we have upset alert. We had number 15 Texas A&M Aggies going on the road to Jordan-Hare Stadium to take on the Auburn Tigers, and Auburn was up huge early. They were up 21-0 in the second quarter before Texas A&M came back and got 21 unanswered of their own to tie the game. Texas A&M was up 3 late in the fourth before Auburn came down, tied the game, sent it to overtime, and this was a marathon, folks. This game went 4 overtimes in total, and the Auburn Tigers with the upset, they beat Texas A&M 43-41. And up next on the 2020 Orr College Football Recap Week 13 show, upset alert. I repeat, we have upset alert. We had number 14 BYU Cougars going on the road into Tempe to take on number 21 Arizona State Sun Devils, and Arizona was in control of this game early. They were up 14-0. BYU did come back to make this a competitive game, but Arizona State proving that they have the momentum right now. BYU loses their second consecutive game. Arizona State wins this one 28-23. And in our next matchup, we had number 13 SMU Mustangs going on the road to take on the Virginia Cavaliers, and this game wasn't even close, and it wasn't really expected to be. SMU has just been running roughshod in their first year through the ACC. They are now 7-0 in ACC play this season, and SMU is looking exceptionally good to make the college football playoff as well. If they can win out their last game on the year, they will go to the conference championship, and if they can win that and knock off potentially Miami, they'll make some noise. But they get the win this week, 33-7. And in our next matchup, we had Ashton Gentry and number 12 Boise State going on the road to take on the Wyoming Cowboys, and this was a pretty close game. It was 10-10 at the half. Wyoming came out and took the lead with the field goal, but Boise State stepping it up, getting the game-sealing touchdown to remain in the college football playoff conversation. They beat the Wyoming Cowboys in a close one, 17-13. And in our next matchup, we had the UTEP Miners going on the road into Knoxville to take on number 11 ranked Tennessee. And this game was all about Nico Iamaleava when the game was in reach. It was 0-0 at the end of the first quarter, but Tennessee had 28 points in the second quarter and 21 points in the third quarter as well. Nico had 4 touchdown passes on the day. Dylan Sampson got a rushing touchdown for 11 straight games now, and Tennessee completely blanks UTEP 56-0. And up next on the 2024 College Football Recap Week 13 show, we had the Massachusetts Minutemen going on the road between the hedges at number 10 Georgia Bulldogs, and this game was pretty close in the first and start of the second quarter. It was 7-7 in the second. But Georgia ended up getting it together and really piling it on towards the end, as Georgia getting a big-time win over the Massachusetts Minutemen, 59-21. And in our next matchup, upset alert. I repeat, we have upset alert. We had number 9 Mississippi Rebels going on the road into the swamp to take on the Florida Gators, and this was a pretty close game. Mississippi struggled to get their offense going. Florida was getting pressure. Florida was getting home and stopping the running game, and the Gators really controlled a lot of this game, and Florida with a huge win. This win here is going to make them bowl eligible now at 6-5 on the season, and the Gators upset the Ole Miss Rebels 24-17. And in our next matchup, we had the Wake Forest Demon Deacons going on the road into Hard Rock Stadium to take on number 8 ranked Miami Hurricanes, and this game went exactly how it was expected to go. Cam Ward has another Heisman worthy type performance this week, and Miami continuing to roll as they are making their name known for the college football playoff to represent the AFC. Definitely the favorite to win the ACC championship right now, despite what SMU's doing. And the Miami Hurricanes beat Wake Forest this week 42-14. And in our next matchup, upset alert. I repeat, we have upset alert. We have number 7 Alabama going on the road into Norman to take on the 5-5 Oklahoma Sooners, and Alabama just really struggled in this game. Oklahoma actually matched up particularly well in this game. It was a very low-scoring first half. 3-3 was the score with a minute to half before Oklahoma punched in the touchdown to go up 10-7 against Alabama at the half. And Alabama really couldn't get it going in the second half either. Jalen Milroe having thrown 3 interceptions in this game, and the Oklahoma Sooners dominate Alabama. Final score 24-3. And our next matchup on the 2024 College Football Recap Week 13 show, we had number 19 Army Black Knights going on the road to take on number 6 ranked Notre Dame Fighting Irish, and this was surprisingly a one-sided affair. Notre Dame just stepping up this week. Army was undefeated coming into this, so a lot of people thought it would be a closer game than what it was, but Notre Dame came in and said, They dominated this game from start to finish. Big time win. They beat Army 49-14. And in our next matchup, we had number 4 Penn State going on the road to take on the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And exactly what I thought was going to happen. I thought this was going to be a very close game. I've noticed Minnesota has taken ranked teams to the limit already this season with USC when they were number 11 in the nation, and Minnesota beat them at home. Plus, they're at home in this one too. And honestly, it was very close. Penn State did what they had to do to survive in this game, and they get a 1-point win over Minnesota. Final score out in Minnesota, 26-25. And in our next matchup, we had the Kentucky Wildcats going on the road into Austin to take on number 3 ranked Texas Longhorns. And Texas just showed up this week. They were ahead. They built a good lead in the first half. Kentucky really struggled being able to defend Quint Ewers in number 3 Texas. And Kentucky has really struggled all season. 1-6 record in the conference, now going to 1-7. Kentucky will not be going to a bowl game, as the Texas Longhorns, another week, another way of taking care of business. 31-14, they beat Kentucky. And in our last game of the week, we had number 5 Indiana Hoosiers going on the road to Columbus to take on the Ohio State Buckeyes. And this was not a close game at all. And honestly, I expected it to be a lot closer than what it was. But Ohio State came out and just put the hammer down in this game, particularly in the first half. Indiana just could not get their offense going after they got their first initial touchdown, and by the time they were able to put points on the board again, Ohio State already put the game out of reach in garbage time. The Ohio State Buckeyes, a big time win against number 5 Indiana, 38-15. And that was the 2024 College Football Recap Week 13 show. What was your favorite game of the week? Let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to like the video, share the video on social media, and you made it all the way to the end of this video, go smash that subscribe button so you can be notified of when I drop my next video. And if you want to see some more of me, Nicky D, then go check out another one of my videos, because I got hours of content that'll keep you entertained well into the evening. With that being said, I hope everybody has a wonderful evening. I'm Nicky D. This is the Nicky D channel, and I will see all of y'all beautiful people next time. Bye, y'all.